Some people call them converts. Other people call them reverts. I think reverts is kind of neat because instead of converting to Islam, you're reverting back to Islam. It's good PR. To say revert is really good PR for the Muslims. I'm noticing something about reverts. Reverts are different, in my mind, from what I've seen. Tell me if I'm wrong. Reverts are different than typical Muslims. One, they're sort of celebrated, especially Western reverts. It seems like Muslims that have always been Muslims love reverts. They love revert stories. They are, for them, proof or validation that someone would adhere to their faith after growing up in another faith. There seems to be like a celebrity status and a lot of love that reverts get. Let's figure out how many Muslim channels there are, quote-unquote Muslim channels on YouTube. And of those channels, what percentage of them do you think are reverts? I'm assuming that reverts make up a very small percentage of the Muslim population. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But it seems like Muslim revert bloggers make up a really high percentage of the bloggers who happen to be Muslims. So why is it when you have all of these Muslims online, there's so many more reverts talking? It seems to me that Muslims that aren't reverts are shy. And I've had a lot of Muslims tell me, I'm shy, I can't do this, I don't want to do this. But it seems like something about being an American or being in the West and being a revert, it seems so much easier to show your face. You know, if I ask a Muslim who's not a revert to make a video or post something, 99% of the time they'll say I'm shy or I don't want to show my face. I ask a revert, they're ready to go, for the most part. Why is that? Here's what I think it is. Reverts quite often didn't grow up in that Muslim culture. And here's what I know about that Muslim culture. My friends who are Muslims, even Arabs, they're scared. They're scared to show their faces. I had a buddy of mine, he's in his 40s. We were going to do a little video. He says, I can't do that video. My dad won't let me. He says, you're a 45-year-old man. He says, yeah, we could get killed. Someone could see my face, know I'm related to someone somewhere else, and they could die or we could die. If you wonder why Muslims aren't speaking up, you know, it's one thing to go out and rally around and hold a sign and complain and speak up against a government. But speaking up against someone who's doing crazy, dangerous things somewhere, I don't want to go there. I don't want to protest against somebody who just blew up a mosque. You could be killed. So if you wonder why Muslims aren't out there complaining enough, maybe it's not safe for them. I can see genuine fear in some of my Muslim friends' eyes. Say, I'm not doing anything on the internet. No way, you're not showing my face. And these American reverts are talking it up. We have a sort of sense of privilege that when we grow up that we feel safe that we can talk. I don't have family in these countries who could potentially die because I posted a video. Big difference. We want to have some Muslims come over from the mosque and have a little dialogue with some Christian students at this interfaith event. So I'll make a call, I talk to the mosque, and the mosque is, let's say, 98% brown Muslims and a couple of white reverts. Guess who shows up? The reverts, the white reverts. Whenever there's planning to do, whenever there's an event, there's all these Muslims that are from the Middle East, and overwhelming majority of events are attended, hosted, or put together by the white reverts at the masjid. Why is that? That was my observation. Tell me if it's true. Why is it that the white reverts are doing so much more? Why is it they're so much more visible on the internet? You can see their faces. Why is it when you call, they're more likely to answer the phone? I mean, I've attended meetings, interfaith meetings, where only a small minority of white reverts, and they're making up all of the voice that you hear from Muslims from the mosque are coming from these white people. And is it because they're so much more connected with the culture? Or is it because the people that have been Muslims all of their lives from the Middle East, they don't want to have anything to do with it? They're scared, they're nervous, they don't want to interact, they don't know the social nuances of our culture maybe? Let me know what you think it is. Thanks.